Hi, thanks for talking to me today. I appreciate it. I'm really enjoying this season so far. I want to see the end of it. So can you first talk about sort of what parts of the characters you find the easiest to connect to and what parts you find the most difficult? We'll just go Jess, Annalisa, and Chip.
Oh God. I find it really easy to connect with Janae's humor, and I find it very hard sometimes to connect with the teenageriness of Janae, which is like the crazy emotional swings. We just never know what they what they're gonna feel next, and I find that sometimes difficult. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I would say easiest to connect with. I think also Addie has a bit more humor this season, and kind of she's definitely like a little bit. She has a boldness to her this season that I think you see start to come out later, and I want to say I connect to that.
Okay.
And then I find it hard to connect. I think to kind of the insecure, kind of like nervousness of her a little bit. And I don't like connecting to it as much because then I'm afraid it bleeds into my who I am. But yeah.
That's fair enough. All right, Jim.
I think I quite easily connect to Cooper's motivations and his desire to be his best self, and I just feel like I understand where he's rooted from and where he's going. What's hard to connect with sometimes is just the levels and how he relates to his peers. So yeah.
Sure. So what has working on season one taught you that you kind of brought into season two, having done a whole season? I'll just go the same order, looking at my screen while
I'll
you're lined up.
say, I think so. For me, this season was obviously much different in terms of how much I'm in the show
Yeah.
and what I'm doing in the show. So I'll say, like, watching the baby four kind of go through last year and how much they were working and how taxing it is. And those group scenes, like, they take a long time. There's so much to shoot. And I think I learned a lot about from them actually about like um, managing your energy and how kind of in it you have to be and then how to like let it go and how to still have fun on those days. And yeah, that was my experience for this season for sure.
All right, Annalisa.
Yeah, I would kind of say similarly. I think last year really taught me a lot about managing energy, managing kind of how much, yeah, you have to stay in it versus how much you can kind of let go to have a little bit of fun. And, like what checking out and joking right before a take will do. And if you can do it before a scene. Yeah, so it was really like season one was training for season two and yeah, it was acting school every day.
All right, Chip.
Yeah, I guess I'd kind of say I think season one was just more prep and understanding of tone, what expectations are, just familiarity on set, and that just all allowed me to step into season two and feel fully prepared.
All right. Now this is sort of a similar question, but in a different vein. What have your characters taught you about yourself? Like, what have you learned specifically from the characters, or maybe from a different character? Either one's fine. Sometimes that's a hard one.
Good question.
I was gonna say, whoever wants to jump in.
I think Cooper taught me that like accepting the truth isn't always easy, but the sooner you do accept the truth about who you are, it's a very liberating feeling. So that would be like my biggest takeaway from playing Cooper. Yeah.
All right, Jess, Annalise.
Anna, you go.
Okay. I think honestly, Addie, the way she really kind of relies on her friends and trusts them to kind of pick her up, and especially I think her friendship with Janae but the Bayview Five in general, and personally I'm definitely a very independent person, and I think it's really beautiful the way that Addie is very willing to let everyone see kind of her flaws, and she's okay to not be perfect with her really close group of friends.
All right. Jess.
I think Janae is honest to a fault about how they're feeling all the time. And I think that that's a really cool way to be, just to kind of be like, this is how I'm feeling, and everyone else can deal with that. That's none of my business how you feel about that. And I think that's a very cool quality, and I would like to have more of that in my life.
All right, that works. So obviously a lot of this show, I mean, you play students, but you're still solving, mysteries and that kind of thing. Do you think that like in real life, would you be good at like being a detective or something like that? Like, do you like puzzles and mysteries, that kind of thing? Whoever wants to answer.
I think if my life depended on it, I'd have no choice.
You guys have anything to add?
I'll say that Anna is very good at puzzles and games and escape rooms, and that she would be excellent. She would be excellent, and I know that.
You would too. Can I just say that Jess has a wisdom unlike anyone that I've met, and Jess would be the one who kind of sits back, observes, and then comes in with the answer, the conclusion, right when we need it, when we're all just frazzled.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for your time. I appreciate it. And I'm really looking forward to seeing more. So thank you.
Thank you
So much.